Wisconsin together. Twist. The Weekend Sports Talk. Get ready for some sports chatter where there's sure be laughing, arguing, and maybe even crying. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Reese, Matt Benz, and Greg Green Bay Bauman.
Oh! Yeah, baby.
Yeah, babe.
You know it's going to be a good show when we're talking ass plants before we even get started.
That's the way to do it.
Episode 36 of Twist, the Weekend Sports Talk. Jerome Bettis.
Ooh.
The Bus.
The Bus. Episode Bettis.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good pick.
I was lined up, ready to go.
Yeah.
I didn't give our interviews any chance to, make me talk about a player I hate. So, yeah.
Shout out.
Great episodes.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, we are a part of the media now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
You want to flash your badge?
Got mine right here.
So I reached out to the St. Paul Saints. They're a professional minor league baseball team right as the pandemic was kind of going on. And
Sure.
he goes, well, we don't have fans in the stands, but why don't you reach out when you do? And so I heard on a local sports radio talk show that they did. So I reached back out. We got our passes. We're going to go on my birthday and up to the press box. And then hopefully down on the field I downloaded a recording app for my interviews.
Sweet.
And then maybe I'll write a blog for rtfsportsnetwork.com, which we are a part of.
Yeah.
We run the Tuesday lineup at 1 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have our own shows, too.
The 1 o'clock
Not
Central.
That's what I said.
Oh,
You said Tuesdays. Yeah, it's every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
all right.
Monday through Friday.
What's on Tuesday?
Twist.
What's Monday?
Mike on the mic.
Wednesday?
GBG.
Thursday?
Twist.
Friday?
That's an off day.
Benzi's Bit.
Oh, make sure to tune in. Benzie
Tactful.
is the NFL insider for rtfsportsnetwork.com. We are a part of a local network as well, the Twin Cities Network.
Yeah, TCN.
Still waiting on some more shows to blow up on that.
Don't forget about where we're at right now.
NBC
Studios,
Yeah.
East Minneapolis. Show them I was going to say koozie again. What is that, Greg?
That's a coaster.
That's a coaster. They got some fresh coasters made. I probably could have got them a better price at Minuteman Press. But they went online. Make sure to shop local.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into some interviews here. All of our interviews are brought to you by Bricks Boatworks.
Shakopee, Minnesota.
For one more week.
One more week.
One more week of Bricks Boatworks.
They did good, though.
Unless you want to cut a check again.
Then they're dead to us.
No, they did good. They got us on our feet.
Oh.
Off our feet?
Yeah.
On our feet.
Beautiful.
Got us on our feet.
Yeah.
Got us
Perfect.
a website.
Excellent.
Yeah. What's that website, Greg?
That would be twistsportstalk.com.
Wow.
Impressive. Wow. He studies that every night.
Right before I go to bed. What's the name of our website?
There
All right,
you go.
cool. We are going to kick off.
And we've got Steve ready to rock.
Steve
and
Dimeglio. He is a golf writer for USA Today. Steve, what's going on?
How you doing, fellas?
Hey, Steve, what's going on? Hey, this is
Hey,
just-
Steve.
hey,
Hey,
sorry, hey,
he's
how's it going?
he's so excited, Steve.
I've been excited since yesterday afternoon to get you on the phone. Watching the golf yesterday, one of the most historic days I've ever seen. What were you more impressed with? Was it with Scotty Scheffler shooting I think he's the 12th guy to shoot a 59 in a competitive round, or Dustin Johnson shooting a 27 on the front nine, going 11 under on the first 11 holes? What were you more just enamored with?
The 11 under through 11 holes. We didn't see, first of all, we couldn't build up with Scheffler because we weren't seeing much of it. He wasn't on PGA Tour Live, so there was no build up. And so all of a sudden we heard that, he's 9 under, then he's 8 under, 10 under. And so he became the 11th player to shoot a 59, and because you also have, he became the 11th 59, and Jim Furyk the 58. But then DJ, birdie, birdie, par, birdie, and then par, then birdie. You're not only thinking 59, you're thinking 58. Now you're starting to think 57.
Mm-hmm.
And that would set the record. So, and DJ's, I know not anything against Scotty Scheffler, but to watch DJ as I have over the years in person and on TV, there's few guys that you'd rather watch. I mean, you love to watch Bubba Watson hit a golf ball. You love to watch DJ hit a golf ball. Rory McIlroy hit a golf ball. Same with Tiger. There's just something about DJ. And you watched him, you couldn't tell if he was shooting 75 or 65 and almost 55. So, yeah, I was on my edge of the seat with DJ.
Yeah, and I was my dad's favorite golfer right now is Dustin Johnson, and he just wouldn't take his eyes off the TV, because you're right. And the fun thing about DJ is, not like you said, but he's so tall and lanky that you never know, like, is the ball going to go 300 yards straight down the pipe, or is it going to go shooting off to the side? On 18, he went in the thick stuff, and it's like, is he even going to shoot 60? And then he ended up parring it. But my next question to you is something. I'm Tiger Woods' age. I'm 44 years old. And what I wanted to know from your perspective, do you enjoy watching golf more in the late 90s, early 2000s when it was, is Tiger going to win and by how many? Or in this day and age, when with all the guys you mentioned, is it like, is it Bryson DeChambeau? Is it this guy? Is it that guy? Every week you have a new favorite to kind of, hit your post to.
I think I would have, if I, forced to choose, I would say when Tiger was dominating. I mean, I wasn't around, I wasn't on the beat when basically you'd go to a golf tournament and you go, okay, you want Tiger Woods or you want the field? Mm-hmm. And I wasn't on the beat when he dominated the U.S. Open and then the British Open, and he won 4 consecutive majors. I got out there, 2007 was his first year, and he won 7 times. 2008, he won 4 of the 6 tournaments he played before he got reconstructive knee surgery. But there are a few times where I just stop or sit down and watch somebody hit a golf ball, and I did that with Tiger. And I've walked so many practice rounds with him, and people have asked me why, and I said, well, if I would have been the Yankees beat reporter, I would have watched Babe Ruth take batting practice every day. Mm-hmm. If I would have been the Chicago Bulls beat reporter, I would have watched Michael Jordan shoot around every day. And that's what it was like, and I only caught a glimpse of it. And, I caught a glimpse of it there at the 2019 Masters when you just had this feeling he was going to win. And the same thing at the Zozo in Japan, when you knew, even though he went bogey to start the tournament, by the end of the day, you knew he was going to win the tournament. And that's very rare. So Tiger at his zenith, I think, would be just slightly better viewing than 10 favorites every week.
Got it. And I guess my last question before I let these guys chime in is, do you like this whole thing that they're doing now, the whole made-for-TV match play event where you get, well, this year it was Tiger and Phil, and then you get 2 non-golf celebrities. Do you think that's going to catch on and go year for year, or do you think it's going to fade away once now sports are back for good?
As long as Tiger's involved, it won't fade away. And they will keep trotting out. I mean, we're going to have, but again, if COVID-19 hadn't hit, that throws everything up in the air. There would have definitely been another one in December. And there's talks that they would hold it in Japan and have Hideki Matsuyama against Tiger and Phil and whatever, and so it's not going to fade away. And I think they have just enough non-golf fans who would tune in, along with just enough golf fans for them. There were some parts of the Tiger, Phil, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning thing that were absolutely, utterly great must-watch TV. Brilliant moments. I mean, Tom Brady holing out still might be the best thing we've seen of a golf shot this year, of any golf shot hit by anybody. And Mickelson's banter is as a highlight as anything. So I know it won't fade away. But COVID-19 has probably put some of this on pause. But if they get over that, we will start seeing more of those. Yes.
Yeah.
So, Steve, Tiger's getting up there in age, kind of like Green Bay Greg over here. To me personally, I don't think he's going to catch Jack, let alone maybe even win another major. What are your thoughts on that?
I wouldn't he won't win another major, but I can't see him catching Jack. That's 3 majors. That's a big ask of anybody. He definitely will be favored, be among the favorites every time if he's healthy when he tees it up at Augusta. And, he's still in pretty good shape. Everything, his back aside. And I know that's a big aside. But if his back is fine, he's going to be a favorite at Augusta I'd say for at least another 5 years, among the favorites. Wingfoot, I think he'd have to be on his top of his game to contend at the U.S. Open at Wingfoot. And then the future sites as we go forward, he can win. Royal Troon, Royal St. George's, where we go to the Open Championship next year, he would definitely be among the favorites again if he's healthy. But to win 3, I don't know. That's a little too much. But to get to 16, I think that's still very doable. So, because when Tiger's healthy enough to get enough reps in, and I know today is only his 19th competitive round in 2020. 19. I don't care how good you are. You're not going to be on top of your game with only 19 rounds under your belt. Yeah. But still, when he's got enough time, he's still as good an iron player as there is alive. And the players will tell you that. Don't take my word for it. The players know that. And if you get a little wide enough golf course or a little less rough, like exactly with that Augusta National, he's going to contend. But no, I if I were to bet right now, if I had to, I'd say, yeah, you give me some proper odds, I would say he'll get to number 16. After that, I wouldn't want to put any money down right now.
See, now my big thing is growing up, I wasn't a big golf fan at all, simply because
you can tell by your game.
At it. Yeah, and I now understand how much skill and how much talent there is in the PGA challengers every week, and just watching that, I take more appreciation for the game. Do you think, besides, crowds and things of that, do you think they have gained fans during COVID, or do you think they've taken a loss?
Wow, that's a good question. I think they've picked up a few. I certainly don't think they've lost any. If you're a golf fan and you're not tuning in to watch golf because there's no fans there, then I feel sorry for you. Right. You're still seeing great golf. Watching the U.S. women, the women's British Open right now, where you're watching 10 different ways how to hit a shot from the same distance because of the wind and because of the surface of Royal Troon. It's marvelous. Seeing Tiger, seeing the guys back. I've been out, I think now I've been to 5 tournaments live since they returned to golf. I'll be going to Chicago for the BMW and then Atlanta for the Tour Championship. And I can't tell you how excited I was to get back to that first time. And yes, there's no fans, and so there's a lot less juice. But still, you're watching the best players in the world hit a golf ball, and that's what I like to do. And I like what you said. You understand how good these guys are. I always marveled, and the pros know this too, at the people who say, "Oh, if I hit 1 million golf balls, I could be out." No, you couldn't. No, you wouldn't. Right. You guys, you have no idea how much better these guys are than we are. A scratch player right now wouldn't make a cut on PGA Tour event. Not a shot. These guys are +8s, +10s. It's just phenomenal what these guys can do with a golf ball. My best shot is their shot, routine shot, and I'm not a bad player. So, but I think we have picked up a few fans. Now we're going to see what the ratings will be if the NFL does start, what the NFL is going to do then. But I can't wait, and I hope this happens. And when we get to November and LSU plays Alabama, the same day it'd be the 3rd round of the Masters.
Sure.
And same network, so they would start the Masters early, and you go in from the Masters 3rd round to Alabama LSU. Or if they don't want to play the Masters, they would move the 4 o'clock slot of CBS, and they move that tonight, and you go Masters, then LSU Alabama. But we'll see what the ratings are, because basically golf has had it to themselves. NASCAR, golf have had it to themselves for quite a while now, until baseball started, and now the NFL is going to start, and college football is supposed to start. Some college football. So we'll see. But no, I think they've gained some fans.
Yeah.
And I hope they keep them. Because for those that are tuning in for the first time, yes, it's great to watch this, but you can't believe how much better it is when there are actual fans there. And hopefully we'll return to that pretty quick, but we'll see.
Yeah, I never looked that far ahead in the calendar to see that was the same weekend that LSU, Alabama. I got to remind my girlfriend I'm busy that day.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
I'm surprised you didn't know, Greg.
And the big thing, too, my last thing is just, you see now with the parenting style of younger kids and how worried they are about contact sports like football and things of that nature. And then you get to watch them, more and more kids with their attention deficit disorders that are just plaguing the nation, right? And now you get to watch a golf round where they're constantly switching from guy to guy, from shot to shot to shot. There is no downtime. And to have those kids really get into it at this young of age, I think it will gain fans. So it's really interesting to have you on, man. I learned a bunch just in that day of LSU, Alabama, and the third round. It's going to be a great day, and we really appreciate having you on.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Matt. We're done.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Mike. If you got something else, I didn't think you had.
Jesus. All right. Anyway, so you look at a sport like the NBA with LeBron James. He's getting, a little older there, and so they're looking for their heir apparent. So the same in golf. I know they tried it with Rory McIlroy. I mean, he even had his own video game, and he's just kind of gone back to the pack. Do you see one player, a DeChambeau or Brooks Koepka, really taking on that, or is it just going to be the field of these young players who are just competitive against each other week in and week out?
Well, there's never going to be another Tiger. There just isn't going to be. There's never going to be another person where you look at him and go, that's the needle. He's the one that moves the needle. Because nobody else in golf moves the needle. Phil might move it slightly. Rory at times might move it slightly. Sergio at times might move it slightly. Brooks maybe a little bit. Nobody moves the needle like Tiger. And it shows in ratings. It shows in the hits you get on stories you write about him compared to anybody else. That I don't see ever happening again unless there is some 6'9", 295-pound guy. Okay, let's say a man the size of LeBron James. Or else you take Bryson DeChambeau and you find a guy that's 5 inches taller, and now you put another 50 pounds on him. And you can get the equipment, and he's going to start hitting. He's going to start driving Augusta National's first green. Everybody digs the long ball. You'd have to have a guy that does that. I think there's so many different things, with so many reasons why Tiger appeals to so many people. One, he was so much better than everybody else. Two, he didn't look like anybody else. Three, he hit it long. And he was spectacular at what he did and how he was able to make some birdies out of the trees and all that. I don't see that coming around. Jordan was on his way there, but again, I said, there's just no way. There's not going to be another Tiger. But their bridge isn't too bad. It's going to be just built with a lot more bricks than one guy. A combination of a Rory, a DJ, a Brooks, Justin Thomas, if Spieth can find his game again, Ricky Fowler, Bryson DeChambeau. That's enough, I think, to keep that bridge. I know we're never going to see a 20.5 Nielsen rating for a round at the Masters again like Tiger did when he was back in his heyday, but they'll get enough. They play almost every week, so there's enough interest out there. But no, right. There's not going to be there's no replacement for Tiger. There's going to be replacements. There's going to have to be like 10, 15, 20, 25 guys to combine to be what Tiger was and still is.
So when you were a younger lad, Steve, you used to spend some weekends on Ironwood Golf Course in Mankato, correct?
With Dan
Reeves. Yeah, he said make sure and remind him about those losses that you used to take.
I don't know. I'm thinking we joined there. My dad got a family membership. I think it was like $100 for the family, unlimited golf. And I think at that time I was 16 or 15. I think it was 15. So that we're talking is 44 years ago. And the bug bit hard. if I wasn't playing golf, I was in those woods looking for golf balls so I could sell them in the pro shop. And we just loved it. And that's, I had already known Danny back then. But Danny was much better than I was back then. Oh, he was on the golf team. I wasn't. I played baseball. But he probably still is better than me now. I mean, he was just much better. But I loved Ironwood. I mean, what did we have? I think 1, 2, 3, 4 par threes and 5 par fours. Yeah, and just loved them. It was a good time. And you walked and you lost a lot of balls, and then you went and found a lot of balls. So, I never forget Ironwood or Minneopa. I think I played with Danny at Minneopa. My favorite golf course in Minnesota is the Lesueur Country Club. I really got my best days were there. And so, I miss old Ironwood. That was good times. I would have loved to have gone back there when I was my best. I think at one time, the best I ever was a 3 handicap when I was living out in the Palm Springs area. I would have loved to have seen how good I would have been at Ironwood with that kind of game. But, those are good times.
Awesome.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, Steve. You can find Steve on Twitter at Steve_Dimeglio. We'll hopefully have you on here in the future, too.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Steve.
Call me anytime, fellas. This was good times. Anytime you guys want, give me a call.
I appreciate it. Thanks,
Steve.
You got it.
All right, that was great.
Beautiful.
Danny. I'm calling my dad Danny from now on.
Danny R.
All right, so done with one interview, into another one. Woo! I'm going to botch the last name. I know it, so I'm sure he'll tell me. But Jeff Munneke, he's the VP of Fan Experience for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's also the longest tenured employee for the Wolves. He's been there since, I think, before. They were 89. He was hired June 20th, 1988.
Awesome.
So, did anything happen with the Timberwolves lately? They in the news?
I don't know. Let's bring him on. Jeff, how you doing?
Hey, what's up? Morning, guys.
How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
It's awesome. Hey, I got to ask. I'm seeing the ink on the arm there.
Yeah.
Is that the Timberwolves trees from the jersey?
Oh, yeah.
If it gets me into a game, Jeff, it's whatever you want it to be. But no, I did play off.
I'm telling you.
I did play off the trees on it, and then I got some northern lights on it as well. So
that is outstanding. You got to send me a picture.
Sure.
I got to post that to some of our social stuff.
Beautiful.
I'll tell you what, my seats are yours. Come up to a game. You got my seats.
Deal. Sounds like a plan.
How many seats are they? Is that for all of us, Jeff?
Hey, I got all three covered.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
All right.
I got a free arm. I'll get some ink.
And I have the howler that I bring up. We've gone to a handful of games together. Have a blast. You're the VP of Fan Experience. So what does that look like with the pandemic in the upcoming season?
Yeah, great question, guys. And obviously, as you can imagine, down in Orlando, you see how the bubble's working, and the bubble has been fantastic. Playoffs are going great. There hasn't been any issues. I guess Lou Will kind of snuck off for a second for a couple chicken wings, but other than that, it's basically been incredible, and the games have been great. It's been really fun to watch. But for us back here in Minneapolis, along with all the other teams, of course, in Minnesota, we're meeting each week with the buildings, the venues, the other teams, just talking about what are the best practices that we're hearing about to not only get fans back in with COVID precautions, but what happens after COVID when we get the vaccine? Eventually we're going to have fans back in the building. So we're spending a ton of time on that right now as we speak.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm super excited to see what happens. I can only imagine with that number one pick, just the emotions around the franchise right now and figuring out where they're going to move forward. Have you had any talks with anybody in the organization so far?
Gerson.
With the great news that it is, I mean, emotions have got to be high.
Yeah, no question. And we had a season ticket member golf event yesterday, actually, and a couple of our coaches were out there, so we had a chance to talk to them a little bit. We had about 65 or 70 of our season ticket members that had a ton of opinion they wanted to share about which direction we should go.
Sure.
What it does, it just gives us so many options. Whether we keep the pick, we really like someone, we can slide back, perhaps acquire another asset, perhaps make a trade for a veteran. Obviously you look at Carl and D'Lo and the guys that we're building the franchise around. You want to have guys that come up with them, I think, ideally, from the same age and probably the same salary cap standpoint. So, the future's bright. Just obviously what Gerson did last year to completely flip over the team, I think as 12 new guys that we brought in. Unfortunately, because of COVID, we didn't get to see them all work together, and then Carl had his injury too. But super anxious about what's gonna parlay that into this pick.
So did you marry Glenn Taylor's wife? How have you been with the Wolves basically since they've been around? I mean, what's the story behind that?
I know, isn't that crazy? So obviously I'm older than dirt. I've been around a long time, and so I've been really fortunate that I've been there since day one, like you guys referenced early. So my first day on the job was June 20, 1988. And so it's just crossed over 33 years. It's been just an incredible ride. Just worked with so many outstanding people and fun people and just longtime friends. So, but the best part about it is that little orange sphere brings all these relationships together. And what drives the engine for me, obviously I love basketball as a college basketball player myself, but it's that orange basketball, that piece of leather that brings all these relationships together, and we get to see them on game nights. And we kind of have a membership platform similar to a country club where we look at this as it's 365, 24/7 engagement with our fans, whether it's through social media, face-to-face contact. Obviously, there's some limitations now with COVID, but we're looking for all kinds of ways to react and connect to our fans. And so we're doing the best we can throughout COVID. Yesterday, we had a social distance golf event, as I mentioned. Ton of stuff through social. That's why you got to send me that photo. I got to post this to all our seat members and fans. They'll love that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited about that. Greg, what do you got?
So you were mentioning earlier that you're meeting with the other teams, the other representatives from the other Minnesota teams. Take COVID out of it. Do you, as being in charge of fan experience, do you meet with other teams' representatives and kind of say, hey, this is working for us to bring in fans, this isn't working, whether it's anything to do with a mascot or music or whatever the case is? Do you guys collaborate?
Yeah, awesome question. And the NBA is incredible at collaboration and best practices. And so it's a situation, irregardless of COVID. We have biweekly calls with all the NBA teams in your respective areas. We have league marketing meetings, usually to kick off the season, kind of midwinter and then summer. And then so we're always creating relationships internally through all the NBA circles, but also elsewhere. And so one of the things that we pride ourselves on in Minnesota is that we're very close with the other teams. I think some people would just say, well, that's competition. Well, it certainly is, but it's friendly competition because we're all dealing with the same people. You think from a business aspect, a lot of the corporations are going to have season tickets to the Twins and the Vikings and us and the Wild and United FC. So we're talking to the same circle of people. For a big city like Minneapolis, it's a small town. And so, I would be mortified if we had a fan or a season ticket member that said, hey, I'm dealing with the Twins, and the Twins would say, oh, boy, that Jeff Munneke, you don't want to deal with him. Hopefully what they're saying is that, hey, Mune's a pretty good guy, give him a call over there. He'll take care of you. So we really believe strongly in that. Awesome question.
We had Sean Parker was actually our first interview ever here on Twist.
Nice.
So you guys do a great job just when we go to games, not just, the game, but everything around it, the halftime show, what's going on. Hands down, I got to give it up to you. About 5 years ago, my day job, I went out and I met with the Timberwolves, the Twins, and the Vikings as far as a corporate partnership for our franchise, and sat down with all three and took the best proposal to corporate. And it was hands down the Timberwolves. I mean, beating the Vikings, which I was surprised. The proposal that you guys put together for a corporate partnership, and even how it targeted our business, and like it's Minuteman Press. So there was a minute to win it where you'd go out on halftime and kind of compete for a minute to win it type deal. So the marketing end on you guys is hands down, head and shoulders above, the other franchises in the city. So I had to give you that.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate that. And, obviously there's great organizations in town. We enjoy working with everybody. But we're all looking for that disposable dollar with everybody in a really crowded marketplace. And so this is a really unique place to live. What a great place to live, because you got all these things you can do, but it's crowded, And so one of the things that we've tried to say is that, hey, you know what? We don't have to go ask Mr. Taylor for dollars in the budget to be nice to people. Treat people nice. We always talk about when somebody comes through our doors, treat them like the most important person in the room. And we want to make sure they have a great fan experience. So we really study that, doing a ton of surveying, ton of face-to-face. conversation. Like I said, it's really kind of a membership platform like you'd see at a country club, where just because we're not in season or not playing, we don't want to connect. And so we want to hear where we're missing the boat or we could be sideways, because that's how we'll improve.
Right.
If you're not a basketball fan, crawl from out under the cave that you're in. But before any games, you'll typically see, Karl Anthony Towns or LeBron James or Russell Westbrook walking into the arena with their crazy outfits.
Yep.
Now, if you don't follow Jeff on social media, he has plenty of pictures of crazy outfits of him kind of portraying a player walking in. There's got to be a story behind it. I mean, without even talking to you, really, I just would see that, and it's like, this dude's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's going on with that?
Well, it's so funny because obviously that has become a huge cottage industry with all the players to walk in. So I thought, as a 56-year-old white dude, it'd be pretty funny for me to just start doing my league fits walk in. So I started it one day, and I just said, I'm just going to do it once, just see it happens. Well, it got, 300 or 400 likes, and all these people and some of the players just said, dude, that's awesome. You got to do that. So I kept it going up until COVID, and I've thrown out a couple coming out of the house this summer, just kind of my league fits walk out to go walk our wiener dogs. We have wiener dogs. So my latest was walking out to Return of the Mac, doing a slow-mo video with my 2 wiener dogs. So I had to give everybody a little taste for the summer.
That's awesome.
That's great. You can find Jeff at Minnesota Munn, MUNN, on Twitter.
Excellent. So hopefully then, Jeff, once we get the next upcoming season, or maybe even during the draft, when we can have you back on and kind of just keep you on, because you're amazing. It's awesome to have you on. That's what it's all about.
Oh, absolutely. Call me in anytime, guys. Awesome. It's just, I'm always open to come chat Wolves and come chat fan stuff and come chat with you guys. And this is great. And like I said, please send me those photos.
Yeah, we will.
Absolutely.
If you do.
Do you want the stars and the clouds behind it then? Just kind of the mesh?
Send it all.
Sounds good.
Plus, I'm looking, it looks like we got 2 old school hats, right?
Oh, yeah. Well,
his is old school.
One.
Mine's the newer one with kind of the old school
okay,
colors.
I got it.
So
He's got the Garnett throwback.
The throwback. We go with the throwbacks.
yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, we knew you were on, so we wore. It was either we had Steve Dimeglio on right before you. I don't know if you heard that. He's a golf writer for USA Today. So before we had got the number 1 pick, and I reached out and booked you. I planned on coming in my golf apparel because I'm like, when are we gonna have a golf guy on again? Right. And then it's like Wolves number 1 pick, Jeff. I'm wearing the new Wolves hat. So
well, I still had to wear the hole in one on the par 4 ring for Steve, though.
Oh,
yeah.
God, here we go.
Good for you.
Awesome.
Well, it's funny because speaking of golf, I just got off a golf course. So I booked it. My wife and I played an early round this morning. We're up here at the family cabin right now in northern Minnesota. So you can see I got to support PXG. My son oversees the Midwest division for PXG Golf.
Awesome.
So big golf family. And so we already got a round in this morning. I told my wife, I said, we got to get back though. I said, I got the guys here this morning at 11:15. So we got to scoot.
Nice. Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the season starts to see what you guys are going to do, so I'm really looking forward to it from a fan experience.
Shut up, Greg. You're a Bucks fan.
Yeah, we'll let it slide, Greg.
My Bucks are going to be playing till November.
Oh, here we go. Well, awesome. Well, thanks again, Jeff. We appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend and stay healthy, okay?
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me on, guys. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
You too. Good. God bless.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks. Bye. Excellent.
2 great shows to kick off episode Jerome Bettis.
Yeah, the bus.
You can't do any better than that.
I love it.
Now we're going to get in the meat and potatoes of the show.
Bring it.
The twist topics.
Sounds like a plan.
Put your hands together for the twist topics of the week.
All right, twist topic number 1. Will Justin Fields' petition make any noise in the NCAA community? It's made some noise with his mom and dad.
Yeah. I mean, if by making noise you mean is it going to get attention, well then yeah. Is it going to do anything? Absolutely not. I don't even think that they're going to, I know there's a lot of talk right now, I don't think they're going to allow someone like him to transfer to Alabama or, an SEC, ACC, Big 12 team.
No.
But I do admire his conviction. I don't think it should be necessary. I think that officials, the adults, should be handling this. The fact that he's doing it shouldn't, but I give him a lot of credit for doing it.
And also, his agent, whoever that may be,
That's illegal.
He's an amateur athlete.
I understand that, but his agent, either to come, is going to love this PR stunt because it's screaming, I want to play. Let me play.
Oh, yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. You see all the guys that are opting out and how, the four-letter network is blowing that up like maybe these guys don't necessarily want to play football. They do, but they don't want to be, he wants to play. That's a great stunt in of itself. So,
Yeah, I mean, he made the, the whole circle. He was on all the ESPN shows.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm sure his agent got a nice cut from that paycheck.
Future agent. He's
Oh,
still
he's
an
got
amateur
one.
athlete.
He's got one in his back
What are you
pocket right
representing him, Greg?
Yeah,
Jeez,
geez,
calm
Greg.
down.
I got paperwork in.
now. Do you work for State Farm or what's going on here?
I got paperwork
Holy
in.
Cow. Yeah, I bet
Twist
you do.
topic number 2. Was the hiring of Jason Wright as the president of the Washington Redskins, yeah, I said it, a publicity stunt or a good hire?
Jason Wright, 38 years old, is the youngest team president in the league. He spent 7 years in the NFL playing for the San Francisco 49ers, Atlanta Falcons, Cleveland Browns, and Arizona Cardinals. After hanging up his cleats, he earned his MBA at the University of Chicago and was named partner at McKinsey & Company, a New York City-based management consultant firm. He said he didn't have plans to get back into sports, but the opportunity arose.
Yeah, they called him because he was black.
Well, see, that's just it. Is to answer the topic question is, it's a problem when you have to qualify an answer with, and he's the most qualified.
Yeah.
Because you see an African American taking this position,
Right.
at that age for that team, the Washington quote unquote football team, the one that's under the most scrutiny right now for racial, problems, and to have to say, and he's the most qualified. Just by reading his resume, he's the most qualified.
Oh,
You shouldn't have-
100%.
You shouldn't have to say it.
Yeah.
Correct. And that's what he said in this article that I was reading. He was like, if you took away me being in the league and you just had my resume in front of you, you would see that I am qualified for this position. But when it's the franchise that he was taken by, the shit show which is Washington football team.
Yeah. It's a publicity stunt and it's a good hire.
Yeah,
I think it was the right move for them.
It was the perfect storm. It's like the end of the movie A Time to Kill when Matthew McConaughey goes, and now imagine that she was white. It's like, okay, the qualifications are there.
Wow, 2 of our viewers and listeners know what you're talking about. Thanks, Greg.
Oh, I'm
It's
glad
an extremely popular
I
movie.
thought you were going to say To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
A Time to Kill.
A Time to Kill.
Kill a Mockingbird.
Sam L. Jackson, Matthew McConaughey.
Is that the one with the snakes on the plane?
No, that's Snakes on a Plane, dumbass.
That's not a... Okay.
Snake.
Good.
I like the name Snake.
All right, well, staying in Washington, quarterback Alex Smith cleared for football activity by the team. Is this the best comeback story in the history of sports?
Yes.
Go ahead, Greg.
100%.
Go ahead.
I mean, even if he doesn't play, 17 surgeries in the past year and a half. He acquired sepsis, which is a blood disease where you can die from. So at first they were worried about his life. Then they were worried about having to amputate his leg.
Right.
Now he just got cleared to play in the NFL.
Right.
This is the greatest comeback story. They should name the award after him.
It wasn't the surgeries that got him through it. Do you see his wife?
Oh, she's a smoke show.
Oh, Greg's even saying
My
it.
God.
That was respectful.
Okay.
I would take that injury right now
Sure
to
you
have
would.
her by my side.
Okay.
Wing.
It will be the best comeback story when he starts week 1.
I don't think
I
he
think
has
he
to.
can.
But
He
being
can, Greg.
cleared. No, I'm not saying. I don't think he needs to start week 1 for this to be the best.
It'll be a movie if he starts week
Yeah.
1, but it won't be. He doesn't have to do anything. Just the fact that he's cleared to play makes it the best.
And being on the team where right now the penciled-in starter is Dwayne Haskins.
Correct.
And I'm not going to bring it up because it's an issue, but having Ron Rivera now have to deal with his own personal health
Correct.
issues, which just came out the
Yep,
other day.
yep.
He's going to want an established starter who is smart enough to know how to read a defense, and that's Alex Smith. That's not
Correct.
Dwayne Haskins.
And look at Alex Smith before he got injured.
Yeah, he was playing.
Monster.
Yeah, he was playing well
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Monster.
I mean, he whether he's with the 49ers, with the Chiefs,
Yep.
or with the Redskins before he got hurt, he's a great quarterback. He just is overshadowed because Aaron Rodgers was taking 20-some picks after him.
Yep.
He's still a great quarterback.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to skip 4. We're going to end with that one.
Okay.
We're going to stay in the NFL. Should the NFL mandate that either all teams have fans or none?
I thought this was a good question because I don't think they should mandate it. I think that if you live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, or Minneapolis, Minnesota, or wherever it is, and they allow a certain amount of fans, I mean, you're talking 12, 15,000 people in a 70,000 seat stadium.
Yeah.
If you allow it, then let it go. If you don't, well, then if you're in a state that won't allow it, get your head out of your ass and figure it out.
Yeah. See, and I was on the edge of, it's not fair.
Correct.
The NFL should say, and my dad, actually, I was talking to him about it, and he made a good
Danny.
point. He goes, well, how would you feel if corporate called and started telling us what we had to do, if they started mandating things? Well, you need to wear a Minuteman Press mask while you're sitting at your computer. I'm like, because we're a franchise, just like
Right.
these teams. So when I put it in that perspective, it's like, well, yeah, you're right. You're right, Danny.
Danny.
Well, you just won me over with that because I was going to disagree, but Danny just had a valid point.
Yeah.
Good
I mean,
for Danny.
nobody wants that.
Danny Reeves bringing the hammer.
Oh,
He's not
yeah.
even here.
No.
I love it.
Just beating Dimeglio out on the green.
No, I am never referring to your dad as anything other than Danny.
Yeah, me and you both. Twist topic number 5. Takeaways from the NBA lottery that happened just a few days ago.
Take it away, Matt.
For our listeners
And viewers.
and viewers, looking at this pretty face, we've got the
Map
2020
incorrect.
NBA draft lottery results. At number 1,
Most people build up the tension and
the
start at the bottom and work
Timberwolves.
their way up.
No, not when you're number 1. You start right there. Number 2, Golden State. 3, Charlotte. 4, Chicago. 5, Cleveland. 6, Atlanta. 7, Detroit. 8, New York. 9, Washington. 10, Phoenix. 11, San Antonio. 12, Sacramento. 13, the Pelicans. And 14, Boston. That's the lottery. I got to get through it. It was the lottery. Boom.
Sure.
All right, so what are your takeaways, Greg?
That I think the New York Knicks should just, walk away and just not even take part anymore. They got screwed over.
Yeah, they
so
were
bad.
supposed to have the 6th. We were talking about it, so they moved from 6 to 8, and I didn't do any research, so maybe if you two didn't know, you can tell me. So as soon as they did the lottery and the Knicks hit the 8th, they immediately said, well, that bumps up the Bulls and the Hornets into the top 4. And right away, I almost shit myself. I thought it was done for the Wolves. I'm like, well, there we
Right.
go. But I don't know how that works where they automatically, one team drops 2, so that means those 2 go into the top 4?
Makes no sense to me.
Well, I called you about that.
Yeah.
And what I heard about that is because of when one team moves down, automatically, obviously, that means that their ping pong ball wasn't taken.
Yep.
Which means that those teams' ping pong balls would have obviously had to have been taken in order for them to be put there.
Sure.
So when the way to kind of look at it from the way I read it was you're still picking ping pong balls. So the Timberwolves ping pong ball was still taken first.
Yep.
So you take all of their balls out of the equation now. So now that when you see the Bulls, you had to have known that these other teams, I'm sorry, not the Bulls, the Knicks. You had to have known that these other teams came up first. So whatever the percentages are, or whatever the thing was, is those 2 teams were associated with the Knicks having that.
Right.
So it sounds really convoluted, but it just, you got to kind of like reverse engineer the whole process.
All right, so screw the Knicks. Let's talk about our Minnesota Timberwolves.
Sure.
So they now have the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
Number 17 and number 31.
Correct.
Is it 31 or 33?
Well, 33 was if we were projected to get the 3rd pick.
Got it.
So I believe when you have the 1st overall pick in the 2nd round, you got the 1st overall pick there too.
Correct.
So let's focus on numero uno. So I heard you talking to Tevin. Tevin's our producer here at NBC Studios in East Minneapolis.
Northeast Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Fuck off. So I've been high on Lonzo Ball.
Sure you have.
Flash and dash. Love it. But last night, I watched film.
Broke it down.
Broke down some film.
Were you like in a dark room with
On
a
Mellow.
projector going?
No. On Anthony Edwards.
Yeah. Finally.
You came around.
Thank you.
I did.
Yeah.
So they do say, and I've heard experts come out, and yeah, this definitely isn't the best. There's no Zion. There's no
Correct.
LeBron James. There's no Anthony Davis. But if there is, it's him.
Correct.
He's got the footwork and the explosiveness to be a superstar.
Yes.
He's got the drop back James Harden stroke, but
Yeah.
the trouble is, and that's why you get him in the right system. Number one, I don't know if he can play along two other stars. I feel like he needs to go to a team like Cleveland or somebody who doesn't. He needs to be the focal point. But, that's where you hope the Wolves can come in and work with him. When you do watch him play, he's electric. I had mentioned, Wiggins, blah, blah, blah. The Wiggins part comes into play on his defense. He's not always 100% in your face playing defense. When he does, he's shut down, locked down. He's good.
Right.
But the offensive, it's just he's 6'5", 225. He's not LeBron, but he's not 190 pounds.
Correct.
And just watching the film and watching his footwork and the way he just goes through defenders in. I mean, he's got every look of a stud.
Correct.
So, yes, I changed my mind. I think if we keep the pick, I want him. Yeah. And I want him bad.
I mean, Tevin's pulling up some highlights for us right now.
Yeah.
And you're just looking at him, and the swag is there.
Swag.
It's dripping. Dripping swag.
I love it.
And not only that, but he doesn't have to be the guy that takes over every game.
Well, see, that's what, we were talking about that, about Kuzma.
Yeah.
And when you play with two other studs, you need a guy who knows his role.
Sure.
And unless,
This dude is not Kuzma.
Well, what I'm saying is that if you're not going to bring in Booker, which right now it doesn't look like they're going to be able to, maybe they will, who knows? It's a long time before. What I'm saying is that the best guy to get into a third wheel position role is a rookie.
Right.
And I agree. And the Booker, as much as I'd love to, and Gerson's got his first quote that he came out and said was like, he's already working on it right now. He's calling Phoenix. He's calling Philly about Ben Simmons.
Of course.
Ben Simmons is available. They're going to fire, they're going to shuffle all that up. It's just, what do we get at number one? Do we get a Bradley Beal? Mm-hmm. What are they? Do we give it up? I read an article. You give up one for Zach LaVine and Mark Hannanen. So you bring Laurie back and Zach back, and then they would potentially have the first overall pick and the fourth overall pick, and they're just all in, rebranding again.
Right.
So I do kind of like that. Then you have D'Lo. You got Zach LaVine maybe playing the three, but they do like Michael Beasley too, which if you look at Anthony George and Zach LaVine, I mean, they're all the number two. They're a shooting guard.
Right.
But then,
and these are just guys that are available to be traded for, possibly. Don't forget about all the unrestricted free agents that there's going to be this year, too.
But we don't have a ton of cash that way.
I understand. But you can always see in that aspect as well.
The thing that we were talking about with my dad, who doesn't follow the NBA, and he'll admit that, is that I think that when Rosas traded away the whole farm to bring in new guys, it was to get D'Lo. And then everything else is trade bait for whatever's going to happen. No one's, and I thought
100%.
And I thought that Beasley was an added bonus that they weren't considering. I thought that they took him and
they gave up a first round pick for Beasley. So when they were doing all the moving and shaking, they liked him because they gave up a first round pick. So I think he is a part of the future. Same with Herman Gomez. Because they're both restricted this year, but they like I didn't think that they thought he was going to come in and play the way that he did the last 3 weeks or whatever till the pandemic hit.
Right.
But they knew that potential was there because he was on a Nuggets roster just waiting for playing time.
Yep.
And finally got some and shined, and I think that'll earn him a contract here in Minnesota.
I hope so because I like watching him play.
But I don't want to give up that number one pick unless it's for another superstar.
Yeah, you don't.
Or you draft Edwards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I
mean,
did. I changed my tune.
you
I was
see
laughing
the
at you
swag?
on the way down. You're like, he's all about Lonzo Ball. I'm like, wait till the fucking show starts.
Mellow.
Yeah, whatever.
But that's
But
the thing,
Ball is
that
tight. I do like him.
Yeah.
But there's too much issues there. There's
But
too much issues.
Edwards has a
He-
lot of issues, too, that he needs to work on.
Let Ball go somewhere where he can try to say that's his city.
Yeah, and let his dad go
Because
someplace
Cat
outside
ain't
the
giving
US.
up the role that it's his city. Even though he's soft
He
as fucking tissue.
He shared it. He's sharing it. It's our city. Me and my buddy D-Lo.
Come on over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Edwards if you can't get something better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Tell him, Mello, or take his dad with him. And
Him and his dad aren't even a part of it.
Go Wolves. We're sitting in Jeff's seats. All right. Well, that's it for Twist Topics. Now we're going to see if these idiots are smarter than a second grader. Let's start that music, Tevin.
right now, Mike.
A couple weeks ago on Are You Smarter Than a First Grader? Greg.
He looks like a Jeff, though, doesn't
You
he?
do. He looks like
Yeah.
a Todd.
A Todd. Typical.
Right now, my kids are playing the at-home version of this game.
Good.
Good, as they should.
So Greg came out on top of Are You Smarter Than a First Grader? He was smarter than a first grader.
And
Matt barely was.
Yeah.
Depends on what your passing line
Passing
is.
grade.
So you did don't look down at this paper ever again. So here we go. We have history,
Go ahead.
English and literature,
Yep.
geography, science, and mathematics. Pens and papers out.
Ready.
We will start in history.
Nice.
Are you smarter than a second grader? What are the 3 branches of the United States government? Oh, he's looking at me like, next. All right. What are the 3 branches of the U.S. government? Question number 2. Which war was fought between the North and South regions in the United States? Question number 3. Italy, Japan, and Germany's alliance was called what during World War II? Matt ain't getting this one. Italy, Japan, and Germany's alliance was called what during World War II? Question number 4. What city was the first to be attacked by an atomic bomb? And question number 5. What are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution called? What are the first 10 amendments, not commandments, to the Constitution called? There was a cartoon on this that I used to watch as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Good? All right.
What the fuck? This is such horseshit.
Question number 1. What
Yeah.
were the 3 branches of the U.S. government? Greg?
The judicial, executive, and legislative.
I didn't have the third.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Greg got it. Question
For
number
you,
2.
Greg. You know?
What
Good for
war
you.
was fought between the North and South regions?
Civil War.
Very
there you
good,
go.
Matt.
Fuck you, Greg.
All right.
Kids, earmuffs.
Italy, Japan, and Germany's alliance was called what?
The Nazis.
The Axis powers.
The Axis of Evil.
Whatever.
So I'll give it to you, Greg.
Oh, I thought you were
Well, no, their name was the Axis powers, but we referred to them as the Axis of evil.
Okay. Well,
Next one. I
say
got
that-
the next one.
What city was first bombed?
I drop bombs like Hiroshima. I'm a gangster.
There you go.
A straight
good.
up G.
Question number 5. First amendments to the Constitution called
The Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights. So GBG went 5 for 5, and
2 out of
Matt
5.
got 2 out of 5.
I'll take it.
That was history.
Fuck you. Wipe that smile off your face, Greg. Nobody wants to hear it. Just because you sit at home all day and watch Jeopardy. I don't want to hear it.
English and literature. Are you smarter than a second grader? GBG is, Ben's is not. Question number 1. What type of literature features magical creatures such as giants, gnomes, and goblins? What type of literature? Question number 2. Is red an adjective or a noun? Question number 3. What is the term for a word that has the opposite meaning of another word? What is the term for a word that has the opposite meaning of another word? Question number 4. What are the 5 interrogative or questions words? Question words. The 5 of them. Question number 5. What are the comparative and superlative forms of the word big? I just saw Matt shrug his shoulders. Fuck it, I'll just write this. All right, question number 1 of English and literature. What type of literature features magical creatures, etc.?
Science
fiction.
Fairy tales.
Okay.
Question number 2. Is red an adjective or noun?
Noun.
Adjective.
Both. Question number 3. What is the term for a word that has the opposite meaning of another word?
Adjective.
I drew a blank.
Antonym. Whatever. 0 for 3. What are the 5?
Who, what, where, when, why.
Yeah.
There you go. What are the comparative and superlative form?
Superlative.
Superlative.
Huge and giant.
Or bigger and biggest.
There you go. So Greg got 2 out of 5. Matt got 1 out of 5. English and literature. Weren't you like English major?
History, which is why I went 5 for 5 in the second grader history.
That's true.
I'm glad you went great in second grade history. All right, Greg.
All
Good
right.
for you.
The geography section of Are You Smarter Than a Second Grader? Question number 1. Which state is called the Lone Star State? Question number 2. In what state is the Grand Canyon located? Question number 3. What 3 countries are located in North America? Question number 4.
Hold on now. Hold on.
3 countries located in North America. Question number 4. To travel from New York to London, one must fly over which ocean? And final question of geography. In what country is the famous Taj Mahal located? Now, this is an easy one. This gets your percentage of overall up. All right, question number 1 of geography. Lone Star State.
Oh, hold on. Oh, thank God. I think
Lone Star State.
Texas.
Grand Canyon.
Arizona.
3 countries.
Mexico, Canada, United States.
Yep.
Atlantic.
Yep.
And India.
Boom.
Nice. Good for you.
5
man.
out of 5.
Fuck
Both
you,
the yeah.
He didn't even answer. He could have just copied me.
Yeah, I trust him. This is about the only game I would. He'll tell us.
Yeah.
All right, the sciences. Question number 1. What is H2O also known as? What is in the air we breathe? What gas is in the air we breathe? Question number 2. Question number 3. What gas do plants breathe in that humans and animals breathe out? What galaxy is Earth located in? Question number 4. Question number 5. True or false?
Hold on. What was the 4th?
What galaxy are we in?
Okay.
Question number 5. True or false? Bats are mammals. All right. Let's go backwards. True or false? Bats are mammals.
True.
False.
True. Fuck. Earth is located in
Milky Way.
Milky
Yep.
Way.
What gas do plants breathe in that we breathe out?
Carbon dioxide.
Yep.
What gas
right.
is in the air we breathe?
Oxygen.
Action.
H2O?
Water.
All right. GBG 5 out of 5. Benzie 4 out of 5.
So let's just see here. All right, now out of 5.
I'll do it at the end here. Don't save your space for mathematics.
Yeah, you got 5 math questions
I
to
got
go.
a gain.
Don't worry
here.
about that.
I got a
one.
gain to get a passing grade here, Greg.
All right, here we go. Mathematics. Question number 1 of Are You Smarter Than a Second Grader?
Oh.
What is the area of a triangle with a height of 4 and a width of 4? The area of a triangle. GBG's over there drawing a triangle for all of you listening on RTFSportsNetwork.com. What is the area of a triangle with a height of 4 and a width of 4? 3, 2, 1. Pencils down. Question number 2. Solve the following equation. 3 plus 2/1 equals...
What?
3 plus 2 over 1 equals... You're overthinking it.
Next.
On a class field trip, there are 4 buses taking 36 students to the zoo. Do you want to write any of this down, Matt? Each bus has the same number of students. How many students are on each bus?
Boom.
Fuck you. I'm
There
doing
are
my math right
four
now.
buses.
I
Yep.
know. Calm down.
36 divided by 4. Or blank times 4.
Okay, got
Question number 4. 2 dozen kittens And 3 dozen puppies get adopted from the shelter. What a touching story. How many animals were adopted? 2 dozen kitties, 3 dozen puppies. How many were adopted? And this is good. I always ask Greg what the Roman numeral for things are. So what number is the Roman numeral XVI? XVI.
What the fuck? Why would you ask me that?
What's X?
I don't know. 10?
What's V?
7?
All right, let's go.
Just guess. X, 10, V,
Yep. Got it. 5?
I,
0.
I.
1.
So what would XVI be?
151.
Or 16.
Or 16. So Greg got that. Matt didn't. 2
all
dozen
right.
kitties, 3 dozen puppies
Are
get.
we going up?
Yeah,
Okay, 60.
60.
All right. On a class field trip, there are
144.
9.
9.
What do you mean?
How many students are on each bus?
Oh, listen to that one wrong.
Solve the following equation.
5.
5.
Sweet.
What is the area of a triangle with the
12.
height of 4 and the width of 4?
12.
6.
It's
12.
8.
8.
It's 12.
It's 8.
Calculate it again.
What is the area of a triangle with a height of 4
Yep.
and a width of 4?
Correct.
8.
12.
This is like that episode of the Office when
He's getting-
when Steve Carell goes, well, crunch the numbers again.
Yeah.
It's a program. It's a program.
So out of 5, Greg got 1, 2, 3 out of 5.
4.
No.
No.
Oh, you did. You got the Roman numeral. And Matt got
2.
2 out of 5.
So how did we do?
So
overall?
here we go. You had 9 out of 10. Let's see here.
Damn, I failed, Greg. 14 out of 25 I got. Whatever, dude.
Greg got 20 out of 25.
That's an 80%.
Yeah, that's still a B. Sucks to suck, Greg.
All right.
You got a 56%.
Yeah,
That's
all right.
failure.
Mom still loves me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Horrible.
but she loves me more.
Horrible.
No, she doesn't, Greg.
Tune in next week to see if these dumb fucks are smarter
Yeah.
than a 3rd grader.
Greg, you should be ashamed.
Yeah.
What?
You
That you're
got a
getting
B
any
in
wrong.
second
These are
grade.
second graders.
You are supposed to be the most intelligent one out of all of us.
Yeah, you got a B.
You got a B in second grade.
You're trash.
People expect me to fail second
Yeah,
grade.
they do.
They don't expect you
Did
to get
you
a B.
pass second grade?
Of course I did.
You did. Talking to the microphone.
Sorry.
Fucking A. Next.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, for who?
Great time.
Well, now it's on you, Benzie. It's time for the headline.
Thank God. Something I can achieve. Headlines of the week. They're sponsored by nobody. Actually, they're sponsored. Let's throw a sponsor out there. They're sponsored by Bill's Toggery, downtown Shakopee, Minnesota.
Kinda-
for all your fine menswear needs.
Kind of cabbage is Bill giving us for that little
He's
plug.
tied and Mike's tie. That's all that matters. So Greg doesn't have to get
That's
his
true. Thank you,
greasy
Billy.
ass fingers on it.
Thanks, I looked fresh, too.
Headline starter.
Oh.
Washington.
Number 1, starter.
Starter. Washington's Ron Rivera says he has cancer. Plans to continue coaching. Just the epitome of a man.
He is big balls.
Rivera,
Big
a.k.a.
ball Ron.
Riverboat Ron, was diagnosed with squamous cell sarcoma, sarcoinoma.
Skin
Sarcoinoma.
cancer. Skin cancer.
Yeah.
It's located in the lymph node, and the team said in the statement, Ron said the cancer is in the early stages and considered very treatable and curable. Anthony Davis carries Lakers to Game 2 win on an off night for the King. LeBron James missed 7 of 11 shots he took in the matchup against the Portland Trailblazers in their win that was 111-88 of Game 2. With his 10 points Thursday accounting for the fewest he has scored in a win in his 241 career playoff games. Davis led all scorers with 31 points and shot 13 for 21. Boom. Chiefs ban Native American headdresses, face painting, and are reviewing the Arrowhead Chop. They said, we are grateful for the meaningful conversations we have had with our local American Indian leaders. It is important that we continue the dialogue on these significant topics, and we look forward to continuing to work together in the future. The Slam Diego Padres hit another grand slam.
Did you steal that, or is that yours? The Slam Diego.
What do you think?
I think you stole it.
Good for you. Once a thief, always a thief.
Yes, sir.
Hit us another
Slippery slope.
Jesus, fuck, I can't. Is it? Can you wait till the last segment, Greg?
Slippery slope!
They hit another grand slam against the Rangers in their 4th straight game. The Padres slam in 3 straight games was the most in the big leagues since '06, and the most in the NL since the Cleveland Spiders hit a grand slam in 3 in a row against the Boston Beaneaters in 1895.
The Boston Beaneaters.
Say that 5 times fast.
Boston Beaneaters, Boston Beaneaters, Boston Beaneaters, Boston Beaneaters, Boston Beaneaters.
Congratulations, you're smarter than a preschooler.
Wow. A fucking preschooler couldn't do that. Of
course they
You
could.
do it right now.
I choose not to because I already failed.
Greg?
Boston Beaners. Boston Beaners. Boston Beaners. Boston Beaners.
That's too slurred.
Yeah.
Not gonna
You
get
sound
it
like
to
a drunken Scotty.
Typical.
I always do.
Mississippi's governor zings Big Ten and Pac-12 for postponing football seasons. He said in a tweet, "I know this will not be popular, but there will be no game day social gatherings around stadiums, such as rallies, parties, tailgates. It's no fun, but it's what allows the athletes to play. I'd still rather be in the SEC with no tailgates than the Pac-12 or Big Ten with no football."
Slam.
Zinger!
Wow.
Glad he's in Mississippi. On to the headline of the week. Are you pumped?
Yeah.
So all of us 3 are Big Ten football fans. Greg thinks
Correct.
that we're not because he doesn't believe Minnesota Golden Gophers are even a Big Ten football team.
D2.
But since there is no football for this upcoming season, who will you be rooting for and why?
I'm going Clemson, and just because I like Trevor Lawrence, and because it's so freaking there's like 30 teams to choose from.
So
Why not go Trevor with his long
So you
locks?
pick the Cake Eaters,
Well, yeah. I want to see if they can do it again. See how well Trevor can do.
says the private school football player. Imagine that. Yeah. There you go. Way to
Who are you going with?
I'm going with Texas A&M. All right. Why I'm going with them is because I like their quarterback in Mr. Mond. In his 4th season under center at Texas A&M, Mond needs only 633 passing yards to become the all-time leader in passing in Aggies football history, and he right now is falling into that number 3 spot on big boards for quarterbacks in the upcoming year's draft. So you already know TL is going to go. You already know Fields is going to go, but it's going to be exciting to me to see a dual threat quarterback like him and see how good he can do.
Yeah, I don't like his last name. It's not very marketable.
Yeah.
You'd like his tape, though.
I've seen him.
You'd be
I do
digging.
like him.
Yeah. Also, they got Isaiah Spiller, sophomore running back. He was 54 yards shy of 1,000 last season. Explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you got?
LSU.
Oh, goes national champion.
Well,
Front
no, mostly because I want to see Etienne
Yep.
Sure.
and their other receiver who's just a beast.
Sure.
I would just love to watch Ed
So-
Orgeron's
Yeah, that's why I
first
was
games.
going to say it.
Well, really, I was going to go with Alabama.
Yeah.
Because I like winning.
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, Roll Tide. And because of our old buddy Alabama.
Sure.
Nice.
He just made me a fan. But no, I just Chase, Jamarcus Chase or something. He's supposed to be just the bomb. So those 2 electric first-round picks,
Love it.
NFL, fantasy.
Yeah.
My life, my life, my life. All right.
Brilliant.
So it was a rough week betting.
Yeah.
Time for the bet of the week.
It's the bet of the week.
All right, the bet of the week. We have a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Benz goes 0 for 2.
Correct.
Last week. So he's 6-6,
Tough
as
week.
well as me. I'm 6-6,
Yep.
and Greg 4-8.
4-8.
Still at the bottom where you belong.
Holy shit, Greg.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go first. We'll go down the list. It'll go Mike, Benz, and always last, Green Bay Greg.
GBG.
So my lock.
Is a game that was played yesterday.
So funny, Greg. It's actually today.
Oh, that's good.
The Bucks will defeat the Magic
Fuck you.
today.
I got the same
You
thing.
would.
I got the same thing.
And you do too?
No.
Oh,
God,
yep.
no. I'm not betting on the Bucks.
Bucks defeat the Magic. as my lock. My upset is in the UFC.
Oh, God. You got other sports to bet on, and you choose the brawlers. Go ahead.
Mike Rodriguez.
Mike.
Big Mike Rodriguez.
So is that his name? Big Mike Rodriguez?
I don't know. It's the name I gave him.
Mike the
will
Big
defeat
Rod?
Marcin Prachnio.
Look up the odds on that, Greg, by the way, just to make sure he's actually...
You let him take a game that was in halftime yesterday.
Just make sure that's an upset.
It is an upset.
I don't know if it is.
It is an upset.
All right, I'll go with
Tevin, Mike Rodriguez, UFC versus Marcin Prachnio. I got Mike Rodriguez as my upset.
So Marcin is supposed to be the favor. I don't know about that one.
We're looking it up right here.
In the meantime, Matt,
All
what do
right,
you got?
I'm going. Sleeper. The Astros.
Upset?
It's an upset, not a sleeper.
Thank you, Greg.
Sleeper. The Astros over
You mean the Astros?
the Astros
Yeah.
against
Rodriguez is heavily favored over Practihan.
what? That's why we do our research here, folks.
I did do it. Rodriguez has a worse record.
It doesn't matter. It's all about the odds.
Well, that's why I picked him. Look
I
at this
know
guy.
you did.
That freaking
I know
guy.
you
looks like
did.
an
So what are you
angry,
doing?
angry
Are
man.
you switching them up?
No.
What do you mean?
I mean, just
It's
talk.
not an upset.
Yeah, I understand
Yeah,
that.
so he's just not going to do the fight. He's going to pick something completely different.
Pick something
That's
else.
fine. Yeah. Okay. And then my lock. So my sleeper is the Astros over the San Diego Padres.
Okay.
Today, and then my lock is going to be the Rockets and the Beard over Chris Paul and the Thunder.
Love it.
Yep. So that's my lock.
I'm going with my lock is the Bucks over the Magic, like Mike. And I'm going with my upset. I'm taking the Thunder over the Rockets.
Ooh. You want to do a water bet on that?
No, I don't want to do
Why
it.
not, Greg?
Because I'm not going to watch
Fishbowl
the
bets.
Because I'm not going to watch the game.
You don't have to watch
I
it to
don't.
put some money on the line, Greg.
I don't have an interest in it. It's just I just think the Thunder's going to beat the Rockets. I don't have enough. I don't know. I'm not going to stand in front of someone and say, "Hey, I'm throwing
such
water
trash.
on Matt," or
It's
I'm
trash. It's trash. It's an excuse not to do a fishbowl bet. We got to give the fans what they want.
You know what the fans want?
What?
I don't know what the fans. What do the fans?
All
want?
right, how about this one? James Harden will score more points than Giannis tonight.
Today,
Yep.
I'll take that.
Fishbowl bet, ladies
Fishbowl
and gentlemen.
I love it.
All right, my upset's going to be the Astros versus the Padres.
Okay, good for you.
So we'll just steal
Smart
it.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fishbowl bet, Giannis
Yep.
points
Yep.
versus
The Beard.
Harden.
Yeah, love that. Bet.
Good
That's
stuff.
A great bet. That's a great prop bet.
So go Thunder.
Thunder.
Yeah.
a little bit of lightning and
So,
the thunder.
Good stuff.
Lightning and the thunder.
All right, well
Thunder?
let's get to
Do the
ranting
Go
and
ahead.
raving.
Yeah. All right, I'll start. Fucking gets you fired up, don't it? Ugh. All right. So my rant is on the following. Angels manager, Joe Madden, says enough is enough as Sean Anderson, a 20-some young-ass relief pitcher.
20-some young ass.
Yeah, he's a young-ass motherfucker, all right? All I'm saying, he's 25. He's pitched 96 innings for the Giants last year. He walks the shit out of people. He's wild as shit. Wild thing, right? Okay. So Angels manager, Joe Madden, is pissed. Enough is enough! Because Mike Trout got thrown at a bunch of times because the guy's wild as shit. Stop being so soft. Like, do you guys remember watching Major League?
Yeah.
Wild thing. Get the guy some glasses.
Ricky Vaughn.
But how does Vaughn get more accurate? Throwing more freaking pitches.
Practice.
Man. And this guy's got it. I mean, the dude throws 96 miles per hour.
Heat.
But he can't hit the broadside of a barn.
Nope.
So as a manager of the opposing team, you want this dude to come in.
Sure.
He's either going to walk you or you're going to take him yard.
I'm surprised he's in the majors with no accuracy. That's something you kind of work the kinks out in minors.
Right. But for a manager of an opposing team to say this guy's not ready, fuck off.
Yeah.
Stop being soft. Let the boys play. It's already a crazy season of itself. When a young kid's up there and he sees fucking the LeBron of baseball and Trout, and he's scared shitless, he's shaking, knees shaking, he's throwing the gas at the
Palms
head.
are sweaty.
Knees weak, arms are heavy. Every time.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
F off.
Yeah.
Good
That's
for you.
a good one. Yeah, I like that one.
Nice catch.
Let it freaking disc, man.
All right, you want to go? You want me to?
Mine's more of a PSA this week, so
Okay.
I'll end.
PSA.
All right. So,
Public
got a-
service announcement?
Yeah, it's just a
question
it
for
ain't
you
a
guys.
rant.
What? Greg?
What's the most popular sport in America?
Football.
Football, okay.
NFL.
American
Yes,
football.
NFL. Thank you, Mike. Now, I'm going to ask Mike because, Matt, you work a goofy schedule.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that you have a consistent Monday through Friday morning routine? Is it fair to say?
Yes, it is fair to say that.
Thank you, Mike.
Why do I not have
Fuck
a
off.
Because you work from like 2 a.m. My point is,
what?
He's talking to me, Matt.
my point is
Hogwash.
that it's understood on radio,
Poppycock.
AM, FM, anything, music, talk radio, that the most important segment of the day is the morning segment.
Unreal.
So what does ESPN do? They drop their morning team, which had the NFL guy in Trey Wingo, a retired NFL player, and his kid, and they replace them. And I tried to watch it this week. I tried to listen to it.
Jay Williams.
They replace it with a basketball player,
Keyshawn.
something called Zubin Mahente,
Yeah.
and
They call him Z.
and Keyshawn. Keyshawn's a football player. I understand, number 1 overall pick, but he's a wide receiver. He's a prima donna.
Correct.
What you don't have right now is
He's self-conscious. If you watch him on the
Yeah.
camera,
My point is,
Yes, he's
is that you had the most popular time slot, and you had the most popular show for over 20 years,
Yeah.
whether it was with Mike and Mike or Trey and Wingo
Right.
in Golick, that you replaced it with people who don't listen to.
they
don't have
replaced it with color, Greg.
I understand. I was trying to beat around the bush on that one.
Keep going.
But for the love of God, it doesn't matter. But you took away the most important part of a radio day
Yep.
and replaced it because you want to be sensitive because Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter throughout the day. You know what matters for morning when people are getting ready and on their way to work?
Good content.
Good content. And what I didn't see this week, good content.
No. Yeah, they absolutely just threw some color on it and gave it a new name. And it's like, all right, cool. Give it a few years and it'll just,
It'll go away because
Yeah.
it won't work.
right.
So,
And then hashtag Greenie. Did you see that show too?
great. But Greedy does a good job. by
I know.
himself.
It's just funny. Hashtag Greenie.
Yeah.
Is stupid.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, so not really a rant. Like I said, it's more of a PSA. So part of my morning routine, get into work, pop on the morning sports radio station here, KFAN 100.3, and listen to their morning show as I work. So one of the guys was just chatting about this. If you don't know, I already have a surname. I'm Sir Miking, part of the VWO, the Viking World Order. It's a mega fan group that I'm in. I got knighted in, and I am a sir. I would also like to be a lord. And Twist Nation, if you guys want to help me out, that way these two can refer to me as Lord Michael Reeves.
I assure you that even if this is possible, I will never refer to you as Lord.
Queen Elizabeth herself could hold a sword on your shoulder and knight
Yep.
you, and the hell
Going.
of a...
How does this happen?
A plot of land you can visit any time in Glencoe Wood. So I can be a Lord of Glencoe. It's in Scotland. So I can get a $60 gets me 1 square foot, Twist Nation. $60 and I become Lord Michael Reeves of Glencoe.
How do we do it?
You need $60.
Yeah,
$60
I got it right now.
Yep.
Bread money. Where is it at? How do we do it?
What do you mean?
I'll make it happen right now.
Yeah. HIGLAND titlesvip.com.
We'll figure it out. It's probably going to steal my whole identity.
$60. No, you can't do it.
What?
Because it's my PSA, my rant. I'm going to be
He
Lord.
won $60.
No, I understand. I want to pledge this to you
Oh.
I have something else you can spend
because you
$60
can't buy it
on.
for yourself, right?
Well, you could, but
Well, why don't you just buy it?
because I'd rather have Twist do it.
Get us a sponsor and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Come on, Twist. You want to see these guys call me Lord Reeves
I
every
don't want to
episode?
see that. I will never do it because I own the land that you're.
No.
Yeah.
I'll spend $60 to
What do you mean?
never refer to you as
Yeah, I'm
Lord.
going to spend it. I'm going to be the real Lord, but you can just.
No,
call yourself
you're
the
going to
Lord.
be the laird and you can be the lady.
That ain't happening.
Can I be? What's that guy from Robin Hood? The
Friar-
bald guy.
Russell
Friar.
Crowe.
Friar
I want to
Tuck?
be the Friar Tuck.
Yeah. So
you, Greg.
as I am Sir Miking, I will also be Lord Reeves of Glencoe, With your
Can't we
help.
get a better name? Because it sounds like you're the Glencoe, Minnesota Lord.
No, it's in Scotland.
It's just smoking mad.
It doesn't matter.
I
This
own
is
a
what it
kilt.
is.
I can wear the kilt. There.
Because you're the lady.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So,
brilliant. Good for you, Mike. We'll figure it out.
Help me be Lord Reeves. Twist Nation.
Hey, Tevin, tell these people how they can throw some money
Pantheon?
at us.
Right.
Yeah.
If you would like to have GBG and Benz refer to Mike as Sir Lord of Glencoe,
Yeah.
go to patreon.com/Twist Sports Talk, donate some money, and then we'll make Mike a Lord.
Yes. Thank you, Tevin.
Thanks, T.
That's it for the rants. Now GBG is going to tell you a player to watch.
Following up on our interview, I want to see who can go through the weekend.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
Scotty Scheffler or Dustin Johnson.
So who's the player to watch?
What's that? It's watching both of them. See you can maintain.
This segment is not called Players to Watch.
Dustin Johnson.
Thank you.
Kidding. You can have both, Greg.
Dustin
It's all right.
Johnson.
It's your segment. Do what you want.
How can I tell you what to do? I'm freaking about as intelligent as your left finger. So
56%.
Yeah, that
Pick
was
one.
horrible. And you got a B, so
Yeah.
I literally got all of them right in my head.
Yeah, I screwed up the, what was that, English or whatever?
Next. Teach me something, man. I need to learn.
That's it. So Dustin Johnson, player to watch.
Dustin watch this weekend. Player to watch. Let's see what he does to follow up that 11
He'll
under first
choke.
11 holes.
He'll choke. I bet you he doesn't finish.
Well, that's
in the
why we
top
got to
five.
watch.
So I'm making note of it.
Top 5 Dustin Johnson water fishbowl bet.
No,
Come on.
I'm not making a golf
Come on.
fishbowl bet. All right, hit that history theme music, Tevin.
I gave it to
I
him.
know.
The guy's on fire and you won't even take it.
Nope.
Whatever.
Time for some history. Time to get learned.
Good.
Don't screw up your media pass there.
I won't.
There's only one copy of that.
I'm running low on gas right now. I might need a Red Bull.
All right. Today in history, 1582, King James VI
The 6th.
of Scotland was captured. Too bad Lord Reeves wasn't there to help him out. 1762, first female, Anne Franklin, U.S. newspaper editor of Newport, Rhode Island, the Mercury. So what were all these women chanting and raving about, in the early 1900s that there was no rights? 1762, there was a woman newspaper editor. That sounds like women's rights to me. 1901, Cadillac Motor Company is founded.
Cadillac?
Yeah.
Or Cadillac?
Cadillac.
Okay.
I said Cadillac.
We'll go to the tape later.
Yeah.
We'll break down the sound.
Keep going.
Well, Greg and I will break it
Yeah.
down. 1921, J. Edgar Hoover becomes the assistant director of the FBI. 1932, BBC begins experimental regular TV broadcasts. Matt, what's BBC stand for?
British Broadcasting Company.
Yeah. 1951, the Harlem Globetrotters play in Olympic Stadium, Berlin before 75,000. Wow.
A lot of people.
You ever seen them?
Never live.
Who?
Really?
No.
The Globetrotters.
Oh, no.
Just me. Tevin?
No, have
Good-
not seen
good
the
for you.
Globetrotters.
Okay, 1956, Elvis Presley begins filming Love Me Tender.
Love me tender, love me true.
You were there for the premiere. 1959, American Football League officially named at a meeting in Dallas, Texas. Charter members, Dallas, New York, Houston, Denver, L.A., and
The Green Bay Packers.
Minneapolis, St. Paul, the AFL. 1965, San Francisco Giants pitcher Juan Marshall hits L.A. Dodger catcher John Roseboro on the head with his bat, causing a 14-minute brawl.
Nice.
Good for them.
So the guy was sitting there clocking it, timing the brawl, not helping get it done. I love it.
Nice.
1966, the Beatles arrive in New York.
What kind of Beatles?
Pandemonium. 1986, Stand By Me. Film based on the novel by Stephen King, directed by Rob Reiner, is released. 1989, Nolan Ryan strikes out his 5,000th batter.
Killing it.
One and only Ricky Henderson. Couldn't steal base after that. 1994, DNA testing links O.J. Simpson to murder of Nicole Simpson and Ron Goldman.
I thought,
I
he
thought
was,
the glove didn't fit.
He, didn't.
Yeah.
DNA testing, Match.
Doesn't matter.
Glove doesn't fit. You must have quit.
Get the Kardashians' kid dad with F. Lee Bailey and the rest of those, and Johnny Cochran. Yeah. That's a law team right there.
I mean,
it is.
It's just correct.
Hell of a team.
And that's what people don't realize. The Kardashians are famous because OJ was, needed their dad.
Yeah.
To be their lawyer. I mean, he's a big Hollywood lawyer, and look what he can do.
And their mom banged OJ, 100%.
For sure.
100%.
Dad too.
Oh yeah. 1990. This one's cool. Okay. And it's not 1990. It's 2018, and it's our last one. I'll tell it to you, Matt.
Yeah, relax.
Jeez.
Sound it out.
Forbes
say
George Clooney made more money in a single year, $239 million
off of liquor,
than any actor ever.
Sure.
Due to the sale of an alcohol company.
That's awesome.
Yep. Tequila, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think it's tequila.
So he made more money than any actor ever in a year.
Off liquor. Now you got Lieber, Greenway. They're all
and Big Cock Clooney.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so now it's time for our bracket.
Oh, here we go.
This is going to be a fun one this week.
What do we got?
It is Starch Madness.
What?
Starch Madness. Which potato is the best potato?
Oh, I'm all over this.
Which potato is the best potato? Starch Madness.
Okay. No.
All right. Hash browns versus potato latkes.
Hash browns.
Can we add cheese on the hash browns? Because that's going to the final four.
He's going to try to add cheese to every potato we're going to go through.
Hash
Just say
browns. Hash browns.
HB. Potato chips or tater tots?
Tater tots.
Tater tots. TT. Hasselbeck potatoes or potato salad?
Oh, potato salad.
Potato salad.
Sure.
Throw sriracha on there?
He hates it.
Oh, try it with the sriracha I gave you.
He don't like mayo.
I don't like mayo.
Well, whatever. Potato salad's bomb.
Fire!
Yeah.
Especially the mustard potato salad. Deluxe.
Potato soup, correct.
Yeah.
Potato soup or a raw potato because you're an animal?
Potato soup.
Potato soup.
Soup.
I'm not an animal.
We're not. We're humans. All right. Over on the other side, this is a tough steak fries or waffle fries.
Waffle fries.
Steak fries are very good.
They are.
That's all right.
But waffle fries
are
is running.
Crispy.
Regular ass French fries or curly fries
Curly fries. Crispy.
with Arby's sauce.
Yeah.
No. Mayo and ketchup.
No, Arby's sauce. Mashed potatoes or baked potatoes?
Baked potatoes.
Mashed.
Baked.
Yep.
Yeah. Baked is
The skin, dude.
If you're a man,
The skin.
if you're a man, you picked, we're not your age, so we
Yeah. I don't have to take my teeth out.
Yeah.
To eat them, so, yeah. We're going.
scalloped potatoes or stuffed potato skins.
Potato skins.
Potato skins.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the skins.
How do
Well,
you not have au gratin potatoes on your
Anything stuffed. I didn't make this, Greg.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything stuff, finish that sentence.
Anything stuffed is running. All right. So
Bun bar.
stuffed potato skins versus baked potato.
Stuffed potato skins. With cheese
The
and
OG
bacon.
though, I'm going with the baked potato. The baked potato, hard to ruin.
It is.
Yeah,
Cheese
and you can
bacon.
doctor it up.
Stuffed.
Anything stuffed is better, right?
Yeah. Waffle fries versus curly fries.
Curly fries.
Curly fries.
Me too.
I'm
curly
gonna get some
fries.
of those after this. I think.
All right. Oh, yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Be good, Mike. Be good.
Saturday.
Hash browns versus tater tots.
Tater tots.
I'm going hash browns.
I
as
know
long as
you
I can
are.
have
Greg
the
would.
cheese.
Yeah, he eats about a whole bag, and I'm talking a big freezer bag full of them every morning,
Yeah.
And eggs and
with
sausage.
about a dozen eggs and a
6-8
half
sausage.
a pig.
Tots.
Yeah.
Potato salad or potato soup?
Potato salad.
I just want one of those to lose.
not
Tots.
happening.
Tots. So our final four of Starch Madness, curly fries, tater tots, potato salad, and stuffed potato skins.
Mm-hmm.
So to go to the championship game, we have stuffed potato skins versus curly fries.
Stuffed potato skins.
Curly fries makes it to the championship. Potato salad versus tater tots.
Tater tots.
And the winner of Starch Madness, which potato is the best potato? Tater tots or curly fries?
Curly fries.
Tater tots.
Curly fries with the win. Up here. There it is.
Let's go!
Tevin, what do you think about our winner of Starch Madness?
This has offended me more than the music bracket that we did last week.
Wow.
The fact that hash browns and waffle fries didn't make it to the finals, I'm disappointed.
I agree.
That's all right.
Waffle fries are
All right,
great,
Tyler.
but curly fries are, and Arby's curly fries. That's basically the only place you can get
I
them.
bought a bag of frozen Arby's curly fries. They're in my freezer right
How
now.
did they match?
They're fire. And
Same
you
thing?
air fry them?
Can you buy Arby's sauce at the grocery store?
I doubt it. But you can go there and just pump a bunch onto a freaking lid.
Mama Ben's, as the best man in your son's wedding, I really need homemade sweet onion sauce from Subway and homemade Arby's sauce
And have
from
it.
Arby's in Tupperware.
I'm still waiting for my caramel Rolo cheesesteak.
That ain't happening.
Greg, shut the hell up.
You keep making me look stupid on this show. She ain't baking you nothing.
I'm not making you look
There you
stupid.
go.
I'm making myself
Arby's sauce.
look better.
Boom.
There you go. You can find it online, Mama.
You can whip it up.
GBG, time for your final thought.
All right, my final thought this week is all about consistency. We had the Democratic National Convention this week. So right now we're in a time of year where people are looking at who to vote for. Here's the thing.
Trump.
If you cannot have your feelings hurt, if you have soft skin, if you're easily offended by words, then maybe Trump's not your guy. But if you are going to be the type of person that's going to put hashtag save our children and worry about different real issues, you might want to look at who your Democratic candidate is, because the guy's in the middle of all of this shit. And it's not just speculation. He's literally in the middle of all of this kiddie stuff. So you might want to take a look and read a little something instead of looking at what your buddy who's got the education of an 8th grader puts on Facebook, and start reading something. That's all I got.
Good for you. Great show. Tevin has that Dimeglio fired up.
Twist Nation.
Thank you, Steve Dimeglio.
Twist Nation.
Thank you, Jeff Munneke from the Timberwolves. We will see you next week for episode 37.
Yeah.
Twist Nation. We talking sports with a twist, no script. Legends coming through on the guest list. TC, Minnesota, land of the lakes. Boo, Green Bay. That's all I gotta say. Yelling skull with the woes, you know